Welcome to Anime Archaeologist. Today, I'll be reviewing episode 3 of the Urusei Yatsura remake. Last time, we left off with a rich guy by the name of Shutao. This man here is loaded much like Elon Musk. As far as episodes go, this made me chortle and I'll say it here. Warning! The spoilers are from a very rich dude. The episode begins with an angry Shinobu throwing desks at Ataru and Lum. We get introduced to the first half's title, Trouble Rains Down. A fitting title indeed. Apparently, Shotaro is holding on to a desk that Shinobu had thrown out earlier. He lands on the desk and he tells the people in the helicopters that he's alright. Ataru and Lum are right about one thing. Who is that guy? The teacher asks Shotaro about the helicopters and he says that those are from his family. Shinobu apologizes and Shotaro here manages to charm Shinobu complete with Sakuga. Later, Shotaro is fawned over by some of the girls and he says that his company only has a value of $5 trillion. He's gonna be getting along with Speedwagon from JoJo, Flint Asano from Gundam and Elon Musk. Shotaro then says a cheesy pickup line and Ataru calls Shinobu a two-timer. Hey Shotaro! If it's rude to bite discs, then why are you shoving your chin onto one? Shinobu introduces herself to Shotaro. While Shotaro and Ataru are fighting, Lum shocks Ataru. After Shotaro says that girls should not be flying around in classrooms, Lum introduces herself and says that she's married to Ataru. Of course, Shotaro disses Ataru's looks. Lum defends her man's honor and Shinobu says that she won't marry idiots. Later, we see that the class is going for the class committee elections, and Shotaro announces his candidacy. He says his platform, and we see a scene where there are torture devices with Ataru and all, and Ataru's mad. Shotaro, you should pay Ataru for you to use his image first. After this, he says that the punishments won't apply to the girls of the class. Good grief, is he going for the girl vote? The guys nominate Ataru as their candidate. Yeah, folks, we're gonna get the mythical guy vote in here. Ataru goes up and says his platform, that he gets dibs on all the girls in the class. The guys all vote for Ataru and the girls all vote for Shotaro. The latter are a bunch of simps on Sakuga. The results are a tie and Shotaro is shocked a la JoJo. Ataru? How dare you call JoJo reactions as gaudy? That's blasphemy! Blasphemy! Shotaro challenges Ataru to a duel and Shotaro decided to fire his cannon. Shotaro then throws gloves at Ataru and Ataru always dodges. Apparently, Ataru is a ninja now. Truly, that makes him better than that simp with pink hair from Naruto. As Shotaro's glove is about to finally hit Ataru, Lum gets hit. Ataru says that Lum got challenged to a duel and she shocks Shotaro. Ataru is able to steal the victory and Shotaro is about to do seppuku. One of the students says the best line of the episode, that no one in there has a single brain cell. And so the first half ends. The second half begins with Shotaro meditating about Lum. Later, we see Lum ask about where her darling is, and she bumps into Shotaro. Truly, Lum is a darling sexual. The two are trapped in the guy's parachute while Ataru and Shinobu are talking elsewhere. Ataru asks if Shinobu has feelings for Shotaro and she says yes. The parachute fell on Ataru and Shinobu. Finally, Lum had found her darling. Meanwhile, Shotaro had landed on top of Shinobu. Whatever happened to Lum, Shotaro? We now see the class on a camping trip. Modestly dressed Lum is based. Lum sticks to Ataru and Lum is able to read Ataru's mind now. Then again, Ataru has a one-track mind, being horny. Shotaro invites Lum to go with him on a cave and she says that she'll only join if Ataru is with them. Ataru then thinks of how since caves are dark, he can get close with Shinobu. Yes folks, Shinobu is a simp. Ataru is planning to get close to Shinobu. Shinobu plans to get close to Shotaro, Lum is planning to get close to Ataru, and Shotaro is planning to get close to Lum. Good grief, Shotaro, made up your damn mind already. I swear, the only one here who has their mind made up here is Lum. One of the students says that something is sus in here. Well, This is Urusei Yatsura. Being sus is always a given. As the four go into the cave, we see the second half's title, Amazed in a Maze. Sakuga indeed. As the group goes further into the cave, Ataru mentions that the group should split up and Shotaro agrees. Upon arriving at a fork, Shotaro turns off his flashlight. Ataru ends up with Lum and Shotaro ends up with Shinobu. Is this foreshadowing? The guys bicker while the two girls are hoping to get close after the guys again. They are at another fork in the cave and they do this again. This time, Ataru is with Shotaro. They look for the girls and Shotaro is scared of the dark. Apparently, Shotaro works best if there's women looking at him. Good grief! What a simp! Lum screams and the girls had found the guys. Ataru covers the girl's eyes and Shotaro is scared again. Ataru is right. Pride fuels Shotaro, along with being a simp. As they're looking for a way out, I see something weird. To the left of the group is something that does not match the nearby cave walls. It looks metallic. Painted on, even. The flashlight goes out for real this time, and Lum decides to glow with electricity. That weird metal thing from earlier goes online. It's a rocket and it flies out of the cave. The rest of the class discovers the group. After the end song, we see the rocket up in space and a girl is in it. Is that Kurama? And so the episode ends. This episode is worthy of much chortles. The first half is based off the first half of the original's episode 14 and chapter 23 from the manga. The second half is based off the second half of the original's episode 23 and chapter 30 from the manga. Aside from a lack of 10, another character who isn't in this episode compared to the original is Rai. That man was Lum's fiancé until she broke up with him because he's a gluttonous idiot. The introduction of Shotaro Mendo is quite good, I dare say. That said, he is still a very wealthy simp. One thing I really love in this remake is how Lum is able to look consistent compared to the original. Lum still has her tiger pattern clothes. Compare this to Shira from the original Shira and the Netflix remake. The original Shira is a glamazon, while the Netflix remake is a discount femboy. This episode also gives us a very different version of Lum, and she looks quite good while wearing modest clothes, unlike that discount femboy from Netflix. Also, I have found the full version of the Urusei Yatsura remake's ending theme, and I'll be linking that to the description below. In other news, Twitter had been finally bought by Elon Musk and now people are losing their minds. So, who is that girl? Come join me next time as I review episode 4.